Welcome, my Mobile DocForm users. Today we will talk about actually creating a form in Mobile DocForm. The form that we will be creating is this Got form. So basically, what it is it's a registration form for summer camp. So you can create any type of form with the Mobile DocForm. What I did was I got this summer camp form and I used my scanner and I scanned it at the highest resolution. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take this form, use a Mobile DocForm, and map Mobile DocForm to this scanned in form, and basically show you how it works. So let's get into it. The very first thing we're going to do is log in. So here I'm logged in. The very first thing it's going to do once you're logged in is take you to your dashboard. From your dashboard, what you're going to do is you're going to click on form management, then click on forms. In forms, as you can see here, I already have a Got Camps form that I created, so we're going to just use that. But under normal circumstances, what you would do is if you want to create a brand new form, at the very top left, you would click this create a new mobile doc form. Okay. Once you're in there, you would give your form a name. So I'm going to give it Got Camps 2. And you could give it whatever description you want. And that's it. You're starting from a clean slate. You can now add the fields from the left-hand side. Your options are common fields. From common fields, you can add custom fields, which I'll go over in a later video. And you also have HTML elements, which is you can add your header, your paragraph, or a separator. Okay, so let's start off with the common fields. Let's say, looking at this Got Forms, as you can see right here, you want to collect the name of the individual. Supposing this is the parent, I'm assuming. So we're going to want to collect the parent's first and last name, phone number, cell phone number, and everything else that's on this form. So a name is a text field, right? So I'm going to click it twice. That's what I did. I did 2 mouse clicks. Or you could do a drag and drop, whatever you prefer. And what you can do is you can change this label. So right now this label says text. I'm going to change it to first name. So to change it, you just click into it. And you can rename it whatever you want. And I'm going to click into the second field, and I'm going to call this field last name. And that's basically it. Now you have the first name and the last name of the individual that you were looking to collect. If you do preview form, it will show you a preview of the form. The cool thing about it is that Mobile DocForm recognizes columns. So right now you can take this and you can actually put the last name column, the last name text box with the first name text to the left of it, or to the right of it in this situation, sorry. And then you can click preview form and it'll show you what the form is going to look like, which is pretty cool. Another thing you can do is you can change the name. So this just says first name, last name. But let's say we had, like I told you before, we're going to need to collect not only the parent's first name and last name, you're going to also want to collect the child that's going to summer camp, their first name, last name, correct? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit duplicate. So here's the problem. Whose first name and whose last name is this? Okay. Some of the things you can do is, let's say you want to separate them. I am going to add a header, okay? And I'll separate them that way. So I'm going to add a header there. I'm going to also add a header in between them. And this header, I am going to say that this is the parents, right? First name and last name. And then I'm going to put child. So this is the child's first name, last name. This is the parent's first name, last name. And then if you have multiple parents, that becomes another issue. So, and that's a quick way to solve the problem. So that way, anyone that's filling out this form now, if you do preview, they'll know, okay, you want to collect the parent's first name, last name, and the child's first name, last name. Okay. Now, in terms of this becomes a problem later when you're actually trying to map the values. Okay, and that is going to be covered in another video, mapping the values that you collect to the image that you scanned in before, to this image. So eventually that's the end goal. You want to take the information being submitted by the user and you want to put it into your form. Okay, that's the end goal. The problem is you have to let the computer know, or you need to identify which fields are the parents' first name and last name and which fields are the child's first name and last name. One technique that you can use is by going into the specific field and just giving it a name. So I am going to call this variable name. I'm going to call this here. So the first thing you do is you can click into it, right? And I am going to say this is the parent's first name. Okay. And then I am going to click into the other one and I am going to say this is the parent's last name. And what that is going to do is that's going to give me a unique identifier to identify which is the parent's and which is the child's. And over here, you can go in and do the same thing. So I am going to make this the child's first name. And I'm going to name this child last name. And that's it. And you can save it. Now, I don't know if you noticed, but this is saving every so often. It has an autosave. But let's say I want to save it myself. I would just hit save form. And that's it. It'll save. And then there's a number of different common fields that you can take advantage of. You can do radio. You can do a select. You could do a number field. You could do date. Or you could actually do custom fields, which I'm going to show you in another video. What are the custom fields? Okay. Now, once you're done and you hit the save form and you know it's saved, the next thing you can do is publish the form. And publish form is much different than save form, because what save form does is it just saves the form locally onto the server or to Mobile DocForm. What publish form will do is it would actually upload the form and make it available in the cloud for your tablet users. So once you register users that are going to be filling out these forms, then you can publish the form and make it available to specific people. And until you publish that form will not become available to those individuals, which is good. So you can continue working on the form until you're ready. And then once you're ready, hit publish form and it'll publish the form. And that's it. What I want to show you one more time is the preview so you can see what it looks like. And that's basically how you make a form. Now, you can tune in to the second part of this video, which is how do you map this form to your scanned in form. I'll go over that in the next video. Now, before we go there, what I want to show you is I currently took the got forms and I have a more completed form here. So if you click form actions, edit, you're going to see that I have a form here that's already a got form. And I'm collecting all the information that's required. And you can put this information however you want. So right now I'm collecting first name, last name, the cell phone number, the address, the phone number. Let's say I didn't want the phone number here if it didn't make any sense. I want it to be right next to or in the same place as a cell phone number. You could do that. Actually, what I want to do is, right, you could do that. You could have the address alone. You could have the city, the state, the zip, email. So I'm collecting everything here. You're going to see I'm collecting 2 different children's name. Again, you could take advantage of, like I told you before, you could take advantage of the variable name. Here you have child name twice, but which child? So this is child 1, child 2, child 3, and you could keep going, right? And that's it. You save and you publish the form. So in our next video, we will actually map these values that I created in this form to the scanned in form. And that's it. Thank you for listening.